All right, big homie CC, Ro. Welcome to Capone News again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back at it, Cam. Got my boy OTG Ro in the building.
Appreciate it, Cam.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. I appreciate you guys coming down here, man. Y'all, we don't get to always do it in person, man, so it's dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm just going to start with the news, man. You know, right now, Allstar JR has been arrested for felon in possession of a firearm for the incident that happened where he shot Ben10 when they were trying to take his jewelry.
Right. Man, first and foremost, free Allstar JR. You know, the whole situation unfortunate. People was asking me, though, what was going to be the outcome. I'm like, man, JR a felon. This like a open shut case for them. You feel me? Because unfortunately, everything took place on camera. And, we had a situation with our homies where there was an intruder in the house. He got chased down and shot. They locked the homies up for that. You feel me? So him leaving and coming back, aiming the firearm, squeezing it to a click, like that's like premeditated now. And then he spit on him, and it's all documented on camera. And then, bro, you got to be careful who you kicking it with these days, because it's certain people you got to know that's under surveillance. Like the feds always ask people about J. Prince Jr. and J. Prince all the time. So you got to know that certain people like that is being surveilled. You feel me? So, even though he was defending himself, well, ain't no rules in the jungle no more, bro. And where'd that gun come from?
We still don't know for sure. The feds are saying that he picked it up off the ground.
Yeah, so.
But we don't know if he dropped it or they dropped it. It seems like they dropped it.
They definitely dropped that blick, bro. Because if JR would have had that blick on him, soon as they come grabbing his chain, it's doom. You got to think about it. JR done been through similar situations before, and it's been shots fired. I feel like he had to make the video. Like, I don't really condone like the trolling, like doing the Ben10 challenge. I don't really condone stuff like that. But on that side of things, they was doing a lot of trolling when they was winning altercations.
Right, and they're also saying, like I just interviewed Mimo 600, and he made a good point to saying, had they got the chain, I think they did get the chain, but had they got the chain,
they got that chain.
They got the chain, but had they got the chain without getting shot, the chain would have went on tour.
They ain't gonna glorify that shit, because a down or hurt to them, that shit gonna embarrass them, because they so used to being up right now, looking up right now. They was just lit. They on top of the world, gang. And for them to take their first real major L, they not their first real, because big dump, but there's some hit different right here. I ain't gonna lie to you. They walking around untouched, like they untouchable, and show you bleed like I bleed. Something could happen to your ass. It could have happened to anybody, and that could have happened to Prince Jr., what's his name? It could have happened to him. But it happened to one of dude, close friends, best friends type shit. That showed that humbled their ass a little bit.
Yeah, I mean.
Then you got shot at some shit ain't had shit to do with 4K Trey, gang. Like, you jumped out there for somebody else, and, then they lost your life. Now you probably paralyzed for the rest of your life.
Damn.
See, that shit I didn't feel bad for him, but I get to strolling on the page, I see his daughter, I'm damn, who gonna explain? That's when I first thought he was dead, like, damn, shit like this real happen in real life. Who gonna explain to that little girl her daddy just got killed on some goofy shit?
The chain would have had a nice promo run. It would have been doing a lot of podcasts. It might have made it to Cam Capone. You feel me? The chain might have made it to Cam. You know what I'm saying? But you can ask Ro. Like, recently we was out. We move around. We got security. We moving bulletproof trucks, stuff like that. And a case of mistaken identity took place. A guy pulls up. He pull out a gun. He see us doing our thing. He pull a gun out. He got a laser on it. So everybody get alerted onto him. And, you know, we got United States Marines with rifles. And then we got us with, you know,
layers of security.
We got layers of security, bro. And just like that, you know, it could be a life-changing moment. But the dude was like, oh, man, it's a mistake. Oh, I thought y'all was somebody else. He got in his car and left. And at that moment, first thing I'm thinking is, we all on camera. You feel me? Like, we in front of what was it, Dottie's?
Yep.
We in front of a Dottie's. People in there gambling, drinking. And the first thing I'm thinking is, I want to de-escalate everything because anything happen right here, that's a body finna happen. And then one of us could get hit. But the problem is, bro, everything is documented, everything is on camera. You know, this ain't the 90s, the early 2000s, when people, you know, it wasn't no Ring cameras. You feel me?
The crazy part with it was a fan came up in that moment trying to get a picture and trying to talk to us. And this is the part that fans need to understand, is that the danger that got placed on us. Everyone is losing attention trying to see what this fan's intention is. While somebody pulled up at an unmarked car.
And the fan is right in the middle. And we're like, hold on, bro. You should get back in your car. Like, we don't know what's going to take place. And he just excited to see us.
Right.
And fortunately, everything played out. But these type of things be on my mind the whole time. So when I look at this situation, man, bro, like, you seen how Jay Prince Jr. right there, you feel me? He didn't try to stop it. Wasn't nobody trying to stop it. And to me, that gives me sketchy, like, setup vibes. Because why ain't nobody trying to stop this in this busy restaurant? And we know what's finna happen here. The outcome is gonna be the law. And unfortunately, they say he was on the way to do a Vlad interview when he got picked up. Is that true?
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah, he was on his way to do a Vlad interview in Detroit, though, not in L.A. A lot of people thought he was in L.A. to do the interview. But you know what's crazy about that, man?
So wait, he was finna go on there and talk about it?
He was getting ready to go there and talk about it.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, Cam, I would have been on the first thing smoking in Mexico. Soon as this happened.
Yeah.
I'm not doing no music videos or nothing, because, bro, the feds be watching that. They watch that, bro. And that's gonna get them added incentive. They can add more faces, match faces. Because in the music video, he didn't hold no guns. Because he can't hold none.
In the state of California, any kind of crime that you're stealing over $15,000 is a felony.
Damn, well, this happened where in Texas, though, right? The robbery happened in Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same thing down there.
Right.
So the dude Ben10 don't get no charges. Nope.
Not yet. We don't know yet, you know, but I mean, they got him on camera.
Could you imagine getting booked and having to go into the pen with no legs? Oh, gots to be more careful.
Look, I can't imagine that the feds knew that JR was about to do no Vlad interview. Because it really seems like had they just waited like a week,
yeah,
they would have got a lot more information.
A lot more.
Like, dude was, I don't know, I assumed he was cleared. I kind of assumed that maybe the police came and talked to him and he already was like, yeah, I'm not talking.
But he didn't stick around. He fled.
The way he was talking about it just made me go, dog, they had to have come and talked to him already in Detroit.
I was thinking that. I was thinking
that's what I was thinking.
But I don't think they did.
Nah.
But you know how the feds do. They watch you and let you do shit.
Yeah.
They'll watch you commit crimes. Cause man, some people I know, they was coming out to the West Coast and, you know, sending weed back. But they was flying with the money in the bags that they checking. But in their case, they was opening up the bags, seeing how much money they had, documenting it, closing it back up, and letting them get the bag and go buy the weed. And some of the homies were trying to say it's entrapment, but no, man.
I don't think that's entrapment. Is entrapment. Like, come on, BH, let's go buy this dope right here. That's entrapment.
That's entrapment. That's entrapment.
Yeah, just letting you do what you're already gonna do. That's not entrapment.
It's not entrapment. That's just letting they doing their job,
Yeah.
building their case on you. For your All-Star JR, man, I mean, felon in possession of a firearm. Well, we just seen Boosie get off. but he ain't shoot nobody.
We did see Boosie get off. He didn't shoot nobody. But Boosie got a sweet deal. I mean, time served, I don't know what he did, like 2 weeks, and then now he's just on probation for like 5 years or something.
He was on an ankle bracelet for a little while before
was on
that.
an ankle bracelet, yeah.
Oh, no, I ain't never seen the feds give this much grace before, how they been doing.
Especially in Texas. Is that what Boosie's case was?
Boosie's case was in California.
Oh, that one was in California.
Yep,
Okay.
that was in San Diego where he got booked at with that.
It's crazy.
Then the feds picked it up and then still didn't give him no time, which I thought was...
A lot of people have said that.
But it's about who you know in that game, though. It's about who you know in that game.
That too. You know, there's so
I'll
many
never
different ways
forget.
it could go.
Bro, I will never forget, bro. Me and Fluid that got arrested for some bullshit. We came in there with a black dude lawyer. And we wasn't liking the vibe. So we got a white girl lawyer that was Jewish. We walk in, the DA hugged her. The judge called up to the thing. They hugging and I'm like, damn. And we get off. Before that, it was looking ugly. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out King Fluid, my boy. Y'all seen him up here before.
Yeah, relationships can mean a lot, especially with lawyers and judges.
So we
and
seen
all that.
Boosie say he was trying to get a pardon.
Oh, he was trying to get a pardon.
So you know that
From
means
Trump.
he's talking to the pardon czar. You know what I'm saying? If you got the right law firm, you can make that connection.
You got the right money.
You got the right
law
money.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Boosie had to tell for that. You feel me? Because I just don't see that. But I know the value of relationships in that game for sure.
Ben10 DM'd Allstar JR and asked him to do an interview with him.
Together?
Yes. You didn't see that?
So look. I thought that was like some AI stuff they had made up, bro.
I don't think so.
Ben10 trying to get paid for an interview though.
Yes, he said that. I think he's pulling back on that though.
Bro, doing an interview with your op like that, they don't even know each other, I don't think. I don't even think they know each other.
Have they ever been cool or did any kind of content together?
No, nothing.
But they're saying that it might go deeper than the Prince's chick that he's seeing, because there's pictures.
Well, that's got something to do with it, bro.
There's pictures of Allstar JR and Little Dirk. And you know, Detroit
I forgot
and 600, you know, T Grizzly's really close with 600 too.
For sure.
In which JR and T Grizzly are really close.
But see, bro, I'm going to tell you this, bro. A lot of times, like that whole situation with Quando, Rondo, and Vaughn, there was a girl involved. And this situation, it's a girl involved. And I'm not beefing over no females, bro. Because she finna just date the winner. You feel me? Like, oh yeah, you smoked? I'm over here with them now. No, boy, that's over with. Bro, I don't know. I feel like the streets is just in shambles because all these little situations would be a little chick involved. And I don't understand that, bro. Like, she not finna pop out with no Draco. You feel me? Like, leave it alone, bro. Did you know that it's almost 5 million more women on the planet than men? Did you know that?
It makes sense, right? Because throughout history, men are always going to war and dying.
Now think about this. During periods of war, women have 90% more boys.
That's crazy.
That's a crazy fact right there.
The hormones from stress.
Exactly. Because like when soldiers come back from the military, they stress so high, all they have is girls.
Mm.
Just some facts. You know, I gotta put some information in there. You feel me?
Man, you know, you kind of touched on this, but, you know, one of the wild things was that he ran out of bullets and pistol whipped him and spit on him afterwards.
Yeah, see, that's that hatred right there.
Man, he fired up, bro. He was mad.
And if you look at the screen, the screen grabs,
Oh, he looks pissed.
he was pissed off in that, bro. I don't know. Ro, what you think about this? Do you feel like he should do an interview with him?
If it's for a general cause of peace, if it's for clout, I don't think that kind of promotion needs to keep going on because
Hell no.
it gives a lot of people in the game the insight that you can falsify your beef to make more money on the revenues of everybody trying to see you guys have an interview together. But if it's genuinely for peace, that's what everybody needs to keep gearing towards.
Facts.
Man, I don't know. I don't think Ben10 gonna be about peace after.
Hell no, you lost your legs? Well, his leg's gone, bro.
You think they're gonna be on NBA the way they was on Little Dirk and O-Block and them? Slide for Vaughn, slide for 10, slide for 10.
See, the thing is, bro, Ben10 started that and Allstar finished it.
King Von started it too.
Yeah, but see, you know, Allstar JR, like, he known for getting money, bro. Like, he known for hustling. Like, he don't even make that kind of music. He don't even make drill music. That's not even his lane. That's not Allstar lane, bro. Like, every time I heard an Allstar JR song, he was on some player shit, dropping game and getting money.
But that still causes jealousy. You know how people are.
Yes, we see it all the time.
We seen it just happen to Drake.
Fold them.
Now, about him claiming self-defense. Man, you know, they didn't charge him yet. So do you see a superseding indictment coming?
Bro, it's no self-defense, bro, when you leave and come back to the scene.
Can he claim crime of passion?
He can definitely, at the end of the day, the felon in possession of a firearm is going to be the charge. That's what the charge is going to be. You feel me?
The crazy thing is, you're absolutely right, right?
Right.
But what do they expect you to do if you're a felon? You get jumped, you're not the aggressor.
You're not the aggressor.
They take your chain, they beat the shit out of you, and they're beating you, and then you see a gun on the ground.
The security.
Are you supposed to just be like, oh, you guys dropped your gun?
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
You guys missing this.
You know what
You're
I'm
missing
saying?
him.
Don't forget your gun.
Don't forget
You know what I'm
the
saying?
yeah, take the 30.
Like, what do they expect you to do in that situation? Like, I don't understand.
The feds don't like felons, bro.
Yeah.
And they make their money by, you know, prosecuting this group of people especially. But this is why we're seeing a lot of legislation get passed about, you know, felons being able to have weapons to defend themselves and defend their home. You know, I feel like our legal system is outdated. I think it needs to get updated. He have an uphill battle, of course, because if he can prove that it wasn't his firearm, that it was there at the scene and he just used it to defend himself, that's going to help. But leaving, coming back after you done paralyzed him, you pistol whip him, spit on him, and then click again. If the gun not empty, now he catches a murder. And I feel like that's what they anticipating and counting on in court. Faux no. It's all bad. Damn. I would hate to be in that situation.
It's the easiest way to set somebody up. You bait and you switch them, and then now you're the aggressor after all you were doing was protecting yourself. So legally, you can try to come after somebody, and this is the way to get away with murder. Because they're going to be murdered off in jail rather than being murdered off in the streets, and you don't have to do no time for it.
So let me ask you this, Cam, because after hitting what he said, bro just snapped. Do you think that it's a blessing there wasn't no more shells in that gun?
I mean, because he'd be dead?
Because he'd be dead, and then obviously Ben10 not pressing no type of charges.
Well, of course, I mean, it's definitely a blessing.
But then
for both of them,
but
really.
So that means JR got to go in there and say, yeah, dude was trying to rob me. I don't think he's going to do that.
I don't think he's going to do that. He's just going to take whatever they give him.
Yeah.
He gonna get some time for the gun. You know, the whole...
This is not right, bro.
The self-defense thing, you know, I do believe they have a law where they can ask the court, like, if you were in this position, what would you do? You know, so I do think that there's going to be a way. If he gets a good lawyer, he'll be able to get around it.
Because they're going to always say you could have just left. You could buy another chain. You catch your life. That's all they're going to say. That's what they're going to say.
For self-defense, bro, I know that even if somebody breaks in your house, once they turn their back on you, you can't shoot them.
We seen that first. I seen it firsthand, bro. One of the guys caught somebody in his crib. He shot inside the house, missed him. Dude got out the crib. He chased him down the stairs, chased him on the street, shot him.
Can't do that.
He went to jail for that.
Yep.
Went to jail. You know, they don't got stand your ground laws everywhere like they do in Florida.
Yeah. Once somebody is no longer a threat, you cannot just keep killing them because they pissed you off. It's kind of fucked up too because,
Very fucked
you know,
up.
if somebody's breaking in your house, you got your family, your kids, you're going to be pissed.
And this is why I tell people, bro, spend an extra couple hundred and pay for security, bro. Spend the extra money. You already at a steakhouse about to spend $1,000.
Yeah.
If I'm at the steakhouse, I'm trying to cut the steak and here come a douchebag grabbing my chain, I'm going to try to get that hat. I ain't going to lie.
BH just recently went through notifications from his mother that the feds had to come and tell her that there was people that were trying to take his life away. And that's what happened. Stepped up, and now we got Marine security.
That's what I did.
Yep.
That's what I did. Because like at first I had told Kim, I'm gonna fall off the face of the earth. But then I'm thinking to myself, like, me? Like, come on, bro. Like, I got a career, I got bills, I got things going on. I'm just gonna take precaution. I'm just gonna take precaution because it's kind of like, man, I've been proven it's hard to. Let me all right. I'm trying to not be on this type of stuff like this, but it's been proven that every time they came to kill me, I made it very difficult. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not finna just keep counting on that every time.
Facts.
I ain't gonna extra money.
I paid the extra cheese. Allstar. Then he go buy more jewelry after he got took. That's what I'm saying. He go buy more jewelry the next day. You might as well just get the shit up. They still got the chain.
Yeah.
But that's when ego take in. If you don't experience ego death, that's what's gonna take you down every time. 100%. Because bro, I've experienced things where it's like, damn. Like, don't you know when somebody disrespect you or do some bullshit and you get that uneasy feeling? It's almost like butterflies, but it's not. It's like a little pressure. And it's like, damn, I need to do something about this. I'll eat an edible. I'll feel better later. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Have a few space dust. I'm cool. Space dust is beer for anybody watching this. Everybody think it's angel dust. We're like, damn, BA smoking Primos now. You know, we don't want to do that.
Shout out Alienated.
Phone them grave. So it's just kind of like, this is just the paradoxical existence of street rules and street code and street lore. You feel me? If you stick to the rules, you may maintain your reputation, but you're going to have to go sit down. If you just give up the chain and let people troll you for a few days, you're still on the street. And this is a decision we all got to make. You know, like Loaded Luck said, like, is your lifespan being shorter? Is your money being longer and your lifespan being shorter cool? In this situation, he got the cheese. He ended up buying new J the very next day. And then he say, Ben10 took some of my stuff with him to the hospital. He said that on the post. I would have just gave that shit up and stayed on the street, bro. Because it's kind of like, well, let me stop lying. Allstar did what he's supposed to do at the end of the day. Ben10 must have been down bad or something, because, bro, you stealing at the restaurant? You're not even trying to eat. You just in there lurking. I ain't gonna lie, you reaching
Man, his kids were there.
Come on, what
his
are we
mom
doing?
was there.
What are we doing, bro?
Family, I think it was somebody's birthday.
What are we
They
doing,
were celebrating
bro?
somebody's
That's how
birthday.
you know it was a girl involved, bro. That's how you know it was a girl involved.
That's an intimate situation.
It's intimate. Pause.
Bro, I can imagine doing that in front of my family, bro. I'd be
No, hell no.
attacking somebody at that. It'd be different if he was attacked in front of his family.
But when that cheese get low, Cam, and you know this bill finna be $1,500, and you probably got $2,300 left total, it's crash out time. That's some hype shit right there. That's some smoker shit.
Yeah, you find out the integrity of a man when they don't got money.
Fold down.
Damn.
Crashing out in front
Real
of your mama,
shit.
getting paralyzed. You shitting in a bag. You a grown man. Somebody got to wipe your cakes for you. Got to be more careful. Because I got aunties that CNAs.
Yeah.
They be telling me that. Say, nephew, them boys be so gangster, so you got to wipe their ass. I'm like, damn. Paper towels, fold. Gee, I don't know why. As soon as I get on this camera, bro, I start sweating. I don't understand this. It reminds me of interrogation, I think, bro.
Is that what it is?
Bro, I've
Allergic to the court system?
I've been in the white room like 11 times. And they be in there trying to entice me. You gotta be hungry, big guy. Dude, no the fuck I'm not, Dad. No, I'm not hungry.
Trying to get you to snitch for a Big Mac?
No, one time, bro, they said, don't give the fat guy any food or water. He's gonna break. I'm like, damn, I'm in there 3 days. Dude got in there in the other cell laughing. Gordo, you good? I said, boy, stop playing with me in here. Free dude guy, man.
Free dude guy.
Bitch ass.
Well, Boosie and Vlad have had a falling out over Boosie wanting more money for an interview. Now, they're saying that, Vlad offered him a fair amount, $25,000. The interviews do about $35,000 in revenue. Boosie wanted $35,000. It did sound like Boosie didn't want to share any of the revenue with Vlad at all. He wanted all the money.
See, this is post going to jail Boosie. Like, before he was about to go to jail, he doing deals. He a lot more lenient. He collecting all the cheese. He doing more deals. Now that he here, and they should have never said how much they paid 6ix9ine. Once they said that, Boosie took that as a shot at him. Because he like, damn, y'all paying him this much, and y'all got me? Y'all got a rat compared to me? Once he heard that, it's over with. He on Patreon
So
right
it's
now.
an ego thing.
Ego again. For sure, bro. They was doing good.
Well, also being fair, Boosie's done more interviews for Vlad.
100%. 100%. And then you know what? I'll say this. Boosie can be a shrewd businessman. You know what I'm saying? And so can Vlad. And, I don't think Vlad was willing to negotiate at all due to the fact that, this is not booking a concert. You can look at all of the previous analytics, and based off certain topics, you can kind of guesstimate like what things may do. So I'm pretty sure Boosie is not familiar with the rate per 1,000 impressions. You see what I'm saying? Because Cam taught me this. You know what I'm saying? Just like people get mad at you, Cam. Okay, look. Okay, I'm glad we on this. Remember when I called you with Ali Zoe?
Okay.
Okay.
You're going to bring him up into this? Okay.
So okay. But I had to explain to him. I'm like, bro, look at your numbers and look what you said he paid you. He said, oh, I didn't make him no money. Oh, so I'm wrong. I said, yeah, bro. And then you was late. He said, man, time don't exist. I say, no, bro, you can't do that with Cam, bro. Cam not trying to hear that shit.
It wasn't even that he was late, bro. He came, I paid him, and then he left again before we even started. Then he came back. We recorded for like 50 minutes, 55 minutes. There was still like 5 or 10 minutes we had left. Because I got the place for like 3 hours, bro.
For sure.
And I only got like 55 minutes of an interview because he was in and out and he was late and going crazy. And then out of nowhere, before I had a chance to ask him the last question, the last topic, he just got up and left.
And that's my big brother, you feel me? Somebody I honor and respect. And I sat there and I broke it down to him. We had a man-to-man conversation. And he was like, he get it now. But he said at first he didn't get it. He didn't understand. So now that he understands, he was like, damn, so I'm wrong. He said, no, I'm going to make that right. And I'm like, bet. And I know he will. You see what I'm saying? But, bro, ain't nobody breaking down the numbers to Boosie like that. He ain't nobody telling him that shit. So soon as he found out what 6ix9ine got, he was outraged by that. I know that for a fact.
I mean, you got to think about it. Within the last 10 years, he just found out about how social media works.
Facts, bro, because he don't even bother going to Facebook Marketplace.
He
go
was
right
locked
there.
up.
I need somebody to bring me a dog, man. I need an EpiPen. Who got diabetes medicine? That's what he be on. You feel me? So it's like, I don't know. What's the most you ever paid for an interview? If you feel comfortable, you don't gotta say who it was.
I don't want to say, but I mean, I've
Was
paid
it
good
over?
money.
Was it?
I mean, I got, Fat Joe was expensive.
I can see that. I can see that.
Fat Joe, usually.
Would you pay 6'9", 20,000?
Man, I don't think I'd interview 6ix9ine.
Exactly. That's why Boosie outraged, man. He's like, damn. Me to him? I should be able to get whatever I want. And then you would see somebody like Sean Cotton say he done paid Charleston White over $1 million. You see them say that?
Yeah, the thing is though too, bro, people be lying. Cause remember, wasn't Boosie saying Vlad was giving him like $40,000?
He did say
an
that.
interview.
He did say that.
So I
think he said 50.
Was he saying 50?
I think he said 50.
See, that's the thing too. People done lied on me so many, bro. You know how many phone calls people be like, I heard you paid so and so this and this, and I'm like, what the fuck did you get that from? That's crazy, bro.
I'm getting mad at you. He's like, man, BH get everything, and I get this. And I'm looking like, bro, why you bringing me into this shit, bro? But I always tell people, I say, bro, my first interview did $1 million, bro. And then people come and go on this shit all the time. I've been able to keep it pumping, staying consistent, but I listen. Cam told me what to do. Motherfuckers don't want to listen.
But it's supposed to be an unspoken rule not to even worry about anybody else's business.
Bro, and that's what I thought. But no, bro, people hit me up all the time. They hit me up all the time asking me, yeah, man, how much can pay? I'm like, bro, everybody.
I just get mad at people. Oh, my God, bro.
Let me ask you this,
bro.
Well,
I'll tell you like this, bro. There's a guy, all right, bro, I'm not going to say his name, but I didn't pay him any money.
Damn.
For the interview, and he went around telling people I gave him $5,000.
Who was it, King Pill?
No, it wasn't King Pill.
King Pill say anything.
It wasn't King Pill, bro.
King Pill
was like,
he made a video dissing you the other day. You ain't see it?
Yeah.
Bro, I laughed so hard. I see Cam in the comments. I laughed so hard. I'm like, dude, you tripping.
King Pill, all right, man. I don't know why
he gotta cooperate, bro. He don't want to listen to nobody.
He gets mad at me. I did nothing but positive things for the guy, so I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if he can say anything bad about me, but I don't know. I think King Pill just wakes up on the wrong side of the bed sometimes and just.
Yeah, they say he take medicine for being bipolar.
Right, maybe, man.
Take crystal meth. He'll balance him out.
From a street pharmacist.
Yeah. He always making videos at that CVS pharmacy, though. He might know something.
Well, Bobby Shmurda went viral recently, man, for saying he's going to slap the shit out of Jay-Z.
Be careful. Be careful.
He should slap Tekashi. He's the one that stole his whole sound. Tekashi's whole sound is based off of what Bobby Shmurda did. That's the whole foundation. If he didn't go to jail, he would have kept going. But Tekashi just took that whole market and he ran with it.
That's some biting shit right there.
I don't understand what he's doing with Jay-Z.
What is his beef with Jay-Z over that contract?
I think so. He was signed to him or signed to Rock Nation.
Oh, they wouldn't bail him out. They wouldn't bail him out. He had a $100K bond. They wouldn't bail him out.
Is that what it is?
And they was pissed off at Shaw Money XL for not going to get him out. But he was, man, look, bro. They already had life insurance on them, so like, I don't know, bro. I feel like Bobby could have probably handled that different. But I mean.
Okay, so he signed in 2020. Following his release from prison, Bobby Shmurda signed a management deal with Rock Nation in August 2021.
And they wouldn't bail him out when he had that $100K bond.
Shmurda parted ways with Rock Nation and Epic Records by early 2022 to become an independent artist. Shmurda has recently expressed strong resentment towards the company, referring to them as Op Nation in June 2025.
Op Nation. Got to be more careful.
Shmurda has alleged that Rock Nation uses its influence to blackball former artists and spread negative rumors.
Man, you know, what do you think about what Nicki Minaj said about Jay-Z and Rock Nation?
Man, man, all the shit that's came out about Jay-Z, it's like everybody's saying the same thing about him, man.
He stabbed his own brother before.
Stabbed his own brother, but you go back as far as Gilly. As far as
Ooh,
like the 90s, Gilly
didn't think
said
about that.
Jay-Z blackballed him. Blackballed him.
And you know what Dame said? Dame said he really fell out with him when, you know, Aaliyah was 15 and R. Kelly was married to her. And Dame was like, you know, Aaliyah was his homegirl. Why would you go do an album with R. Kelly and you knew the discrepancy they had with each other?
Right. Well, I think she married R. Kelly, and then, you know, years later she got with Dame when she was over 18, and, you know, yeah.
That's why my sister was a model. She had a sister. She did something for Sister Soldier. She had a photo shoot. And when I heard about it, me and Foden pulled up very deep. And I came in and I told everybody, I said, look, this is my only sister. I told them the parameters they had to follow. If I seen anything I didn't like, it was gonna be a problem. Cause they trying to have on bikinis and everything. No sir. And bro, she was only 17. I wasn't going for that. And then they gonna tell me it's not coming out till after her birthday. She'll be 18 when it come out. That's what the photographer said.
But that's still foul. That's the same
I
thing.
almost busted shit.
All right, now, you know, the wildest thing going on right now that everybody seems to be talking about is this Pooh Shiesty situation. And Charlemagne made a comment that was pretty controversial.
What did he
and
say?
I wanted to get you guys' take on it. He said that Pooh Shiesty wouldn't have robbed a white exec.
That's a lie. That would have been easier with a white exec. White exec showed up by itself. No security. In his office. No, that's not true.
I don't know. He might have had different repercussions. It's the same reason why only Ice Cube was the one that ran up on an executive that was white.
Shit, they basing this all of how Suge Knight got out that first deal. That's where they got this whole concept from. Suge Knight did this first.
Right? Suge Knight was originally, you know, back then strong-arming people.
And it worked. And, you know, he looked at Gucci as somebody who was a street figure, not expecting him to go to the law. But I know that jewelry was purchased by his wife. And she got power of attorney. In order to get the insurance for that jewelry, you got to file a police report. And I said this in the most recent one I did with Capone News. I said he's going to file a police report for the insurance for the jewelry and not cooperate no more. That's exactly what's happening.
Okay, that, you know, with the white exec thing, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I think Pooh Shiesty would have did. The only thing that might have stopped him if he would have thought that he would have got caught, because he would have thought the white dude would have for sure snitched.
I think they was anticipating there not being any witnesses.
Right.
And they said in the paperwork that his father had knew the FBI observation routes, surveillance routes, and they knew what the parameters and the risk all encased. They knew that. They just didn't anticipate Gucci making a police report.
How do you feel about people saying that he failed his team? Him, all his homies now in prison. It's like 9 of them. His dad, he brought everybody down with him.
His dad?
His dad is who he looked up to. Remember the line he said, dissing Bronny James? Says, you ain't no killer like your father, you just like Bronny James?
Yeah.
He always glorified his father for being a killer. What the paperwork said, his father had murders before he was 16. That's who he learned the game from. Point blank, period. You gotta always study the patterns. This shit go in patterns, man. And, you know, like I always say, if you got a robbing ass boss, you're gonna be a robbing ass crew. If you got a get money ass boss, you're gonna have to be a get money ass crew. And in this situation, you know, I always tell people, like, where we come from, we never glorified people being shiesty or being backdoor or being slime at all. We never glorified that. In this generation, who made it cool? Who did NBA YoungBoy have a chain of? Young Thug. And what they is? Slime. Same shit.
Well, I mean, do you think he has any chance of getting out of it? You think there's any chance
30 years, bro.
that they can convince these witnesses not to show up?
The cameraman is testifying and that off-duty police officer is testifying. It's a wrap. 30 years is coming. Judges and prosecutors, they don't take it lightly when you violate. He was on an ankle bracelet when this all happened. They don't take it. They do not take it lightly when people do shit like this. I think Pooh Shiesty, he did it this time.
Yeah, I think they want him off the streets.
First offer gonna be 30 years, man.
30.
Minimum. Federal guidelines exist. He on camera.
Kidnapping.
Yeah.
That's a strong charge right there.
Armed robbery and kidnapping.
This is something that we had to always consider doing retrievals, because if you subdue somebody in one room and move them to another room, now that's aggravated kidnapping. It's all bad.
You know, I seen something in a Flacco video that I wanted to ask you about. And he said that Jay Prince Jr. pulled up on Trey Songz and got beat up over a woman, Tommy Lee.
From Baddies?
I believe so.
Who said this?
Flacco.
How long ago did this happen?
I don't know.
Pretty recent.
I mean, I just seen it was in one of the videos, one of the recent videos
did you see
about Ben10 where he mentioned it.
Oh, okay. So did you see?
But I don't know when the incident happened.
This had to happen a few years ago. Because she's now with Solange's son, Beyonce's sister. She has a son, and that's who Tommy Lee is currently dating right now. And she's in her 40s.
Jay Prince Jr. definitely taking L's in the street. Did anybody see how Jay Prince Jr. had a knee brace on in the Ben10 footage?
Yeah, I believe he just had surgery. And then I think he just had surgery again. I seen a video. He was talking about going into surgery. I don't know what it was for, though, but...
That's for that knee. He posted a photo of his knee being like triple the size of his other knee. So that's got to be connected to some type of other physical altercation that took place. So you got to keep these things in mind. And at the end of the day, bro, like the internet, the clout and the attention that people get from this, it's insatiable, irresistible for people. And Jay Prince Jay Jr. been watched by the feds for a long time. That's why I ain't gonna say that. Cause I know I'll be getting watched. Unc said it himself. I was over his house. He said, "There's a black truck sitting outside, white dudes he never seen before. They driving through the gate without having to get certain permissions." So you gotta automatically know this when you're operating at a certain level. And the dude, Jay Prince Jr., he be at a lot of questionable scenes. And rumor is he have something to do with why the attack was made on Junior. So, and that's really close. Like y'all probably seen like King Yella with the Rap-A-Lot chain. Y'all ever seen that before?
I don't remember, but I do know he had some connections with them. I think Duck was talking about getting signed with him right before he passed away.
You know why that is? Because that family is associated with the GDs. And I'll leave it at that, because...
Right, because he had some... what happened with Larry Hoover?
Senior has something to do with getting the presidential pardon. Look at the pardon czar.
Okay.
The pardon czar is a what? Black woman from where? Houston.
And then there was also that interview from Larry Hoover from the 90s that nobody's ever seen that this lady has. Jay Prince was trying to get. Yeah.
And we seen, I don't think it's Wax said he had the footage.
I think Wax said he had the connection with the lady. I don't think the lady's letting the footage out of her hands.
She don't got that footage no more. She been sold that footage back to the family.
Are you sure?
It would have been out.
Well, why wouldn't the family put it out? they can monetize that. It's got to be worth at least.
When I say the family, I mean like the Prince family.
Oh, you think the Prince family has it? I don't know, maybe.
Oh, they got that footage, man. They got that footage, man. They got that footage, man. Loose ends get tied up at certain levels of the game. That footage would be loose ends. If anybody had it, it'd be out.
Seems like it. I would love to see it, especially from the 90s when he's young and everything, too.
At the height?
I know, man. How long has he been in jail?
Who?
Larry Hoover. So like the 60s?
Oh, yeah.
70s?
Since the 70s.
Damn.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Late 70s.
Late 70s, like early 80s. That's how long he's been locked up.
March 1973.
Early 70s.
People gotta remember, bro, when Rick Ross took the photo of Larry Hoover Jr. at the Vibe nightclub on 1543 Kingsbury, I took that photo.
Right. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that. Yeah, Rick Ross had a lot of problems with the GDs.
A lot of problems. And we seen federal paperwork come out saying that he paid certain members $3 million.
I remember, yep. There's somebody testified.
Some of the guys from the hate committee.
Yeah. And you know, the GDs, you know, it's not really a gang you can avoid. Because the GDs are everywhere.
Biggest gang in America.
I don't know if it's the biggest gang in America.
Black gang.
Okay.
Maybe Zoes.
Maybe.
Too.
Not the Zoes, bro. The Zoes.
Nah.
Like, man,
They're only in one area.
That GD shit is.
GDs are New York, Chicago, Memphis, Texas. I don't know if there might be some out here somewhere.
Definitely is.
You know, I mean,
it's a popular West Coast rapper that's a GD.
Oh, okay. So he would have had trouble performing or doing things.
Oh, they was having shows get canceled over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was heavy. You got Colorado, Utah, a lot of GDs in Alaska.
Right.
Oh no.
Did you see this story? I just came across this. That Jay-Z was sued in 2005 by a guy named Diamond Dallas Page over his rock symbol. I guess he copyrighted the diamond that Jay-Z used to throw up, and that's why he doesn't throw that up no more.
Facts. Just like how, you know, Diddy got a song sampling Sting, and he's paying them like $2,000 a week for life in perpetuity.
Bro, how do you copyright a hand sign though? That's crazy.
Image and likeness.
Yeah.
Image and likeness.
I mean, should I just copyright every gang sign out there, and then whenever somebody throws it up, oh, let me get paid?
I feel like a lot of people do that shit in anticipation of things blowing up.
Someone's gonna do it now.
Like when I came up with this term, Zest Monster, you know, that shit like 43 million hits on TikTok and all this type of stuff. You know, when I went to go do the copyright on it, somebody already put out a movie called Zest Monster, so you couldn't. So people check this type of stuff all the time. Like we seen with the 16 Shot him and DJU. He got
that was cold.
Got his logo and brand trademarked. So now you can't use it no more. Cold game.
Now, this is something I've been wanting to ask you about, man. You know, I've seen a lot, like, looking back on hip hop, you can clearly see this. You know, at the time, you couldn't see it. But, you know, a lot of rappers signed other rappers with no intent to put them out, but they were only using them for security. So they would go sign some rappers that were well-known gangsters, well-known fools to get busy, but they never put these dudes out. These dudes are never coming out.
Kind of like the situation with Lavish D and Project Bo right now.
Okay, I don't know anything about that situation.
Right. So basically, Project both my brother. You feel me? And I felt like me and Lavish D was brothers, but we don't communicate like that no more. But both kind of felt like due to the situation that Lavish D had with Mozzie, he wanted to have like presence in LA, so he went and signed Bo, which is leading to a lot of politics because he gave Bo like jewelry and stuff like that. Some all of the jewelry ain't check out, and the whole Mozzie CML beef. You feel me? That shit was heavy, and it's all the same thing. You feel me? Like a lot of label owners and stuff do strategic things. Like they steal songs. Like Ro had some of his songs still stole by labels and shit like that.
Yeah.
You want to elaborate on some of that?
Yeah, I've had songs stolen by artists under QC. I've had songs stolen by artists under QC.
What do you mean by songs? Like beats, or you wrote lyrics and everything, or like?
I had a song that I put out and I released it, and the DJs contacted me to do it, and then I seen their top artists be able to perform the same exact song, where they just tweak the beat and they just use the same exact flow in the same format.
So QC have booked the studio out, paid Ro to come in there and record songs, and then take them songs and give them to their other artists. Dirty gas.
So they'd hit up the producers that I have and they say, hey, what do you guys got that's new? We want to be able to spin this. They never spin it, and that's what they do instead.
Phone no.
I've also had music videos concepts stolen because of the same exact format, where artists will contact, they'll send me some money, they act like we're going to collaborate, and they steal the whole exact thing. And they go frame for frame, bar for bar. The mannequin challenge was even stolen that I did. I did that in 2015. And Ray Schwimmer ended up running with the whole thing, and they're doing the mannequin challenge campaign right now.
Facts. Filthy game.
I did a video called Odelay, and the whole video was mannequin challenge.
Oh yeah.
Dirty, man. That reminds me, I just interviewed Oskino. And
shout out Oskino.
And he said that Jay-Z used to take their stuff all the time. You signed, and at some point you kind of learned this about Jay-Z. Is there like a moment or like a time you can remember, like, okay, this dude, he don't really care about none of us?
We start taking our songs, he's not giving us nothing. And then not even acknowledging for taking it, not doing nothing. He's like, mind you, these songs are songs that were as though they're hits. He making millions of dollars off of them. My thing is this, if you just say Young Boy, take 1% of the song, or 100,000, he gives you absolutely nothing. And when I played it's a group called Non-Brigade from Philadelphia. They got a song called All I Need, right? Jay-Z stole their beat, they hook everything, the whole song, right? The only reason he couldn't get away with it because they were signed, they had paperwork. But if you go to YouTube and put Non-Brigade, N-A-A-M, Brigade, All I Need, you hear Jay-Z's song, All I Need, that he took from them. Same thing he used to do from us, but we couldn't sue him because we signed to him. So you take his song and flip it up, make it a little better, cleaner, get Pharrell on it, whatever, and then he'll let you like, it's hot, right? We don't give you shit. That's my whole thing. Like, bro, you can take you can have every idea I've ever had. Just give me something for it. You don't even gotta pay me for what it's worth. Give me less than what it's worth. Give me something though.
But then there was this other group from Philly. Jay-Z got that song, All I Need. So this was their song. And he stole their song, tweaked the beat and, added his lyrics to it. But, same hook, a lot of the same lyrics, took their shit.
Re-rock.
But he had to pay them because they were already signed and they had their shit copywritten. Because they were signed to a label already, but
copyrights ain't gonna save you if somebody remake the beat.
I mean, look at what happened with Cypress Hill and Ice Cube. The same thing happened with their song that they did Friday.
Oh, they did.
And
he said we showed him this song, and then right after 2 weeks later, he had his own version of it.
And when you hear it, you can hear Be Real's voice in the whole tone and the breakdown of it. If you don't care, throw your neighborhood in the air. Like that's.
If you don't care.
It's the whole big breakdown.
Man.
Same demonstration.
It's the easiest thing to steal is somebody's flow and they breakdown because it's hard to prove it in court.
And then go get the beat remade, change a little drum pattern, and now it's a different beat. This is what's going on. Filthy game.
Man, we was just talking about Adam. Last
The
interview,
Zest Lord.
doing the same shit.
He's a straight smoothie on bro.
Damn.
Can't stand that dude.
Well, did you see the news about these 15 high-level nuclear scientists and people tied to sensitive U.S. research have died or disappeared in recent years?
Oh, yeah. This is all tied to the whistleblowers coming out at congressional hearings. We're watching a witch hunt take place in our government tracking down misappropriated funds. If you want to protect the money, you have to kill everybody who was on those research teams for that technology. This is all that's going on. That's why I'll be being like hella careful these days, because you seen David Wilcock die. Me and him talk about the same type of stuff. You feel me? And he made a video. He said, I'm not suicidal. I'm feeling good. 2 days later, report come out, he committed suicide. Like when you operating at the top tier levels, you know, things get hanky, man. You feel me? Like things get dangerous. So that's why it's like people say, oh, big homie, you didn't show up for this. 'Cause I got to trust my gut feeling. I never know. Because, you know, Cam seen the video my mom sent me. She said FBI, 2 agents came up there asking me to go into witness protection, looking for me. Same day, I had a seizure and alienated. I'm at the hospital looking at my phone. They on the Ring camera at my phone, at my crib. But the FBI always leave cards, leave a number. They never left none of that. So that's probably not the FBI. This is how things happen.
And a week later, we had a CIA agent pop up on the show.
Show up to the show. And I was on his ass too, I ain't gonna lie. Because he said he was at Chernobyl. What were you doing at Chernobyl, man? And then when you Google this person, nothing comes out. But the knowledge that he had,
And he knew everything about you.
knew everything about me. So it's kind of like, I had to stop doing that show. Because it's like, man, they got the location. You feel me? Like, this shit ain't a game. It's really going on right now. High moments of high
We
strangers.
see cars with Freemason symbols driving around us constantly. They're locating everywhere that we go, all around the city, and they have their symbols blasted on the back of their trunks.
One of the fans said, Adam said that I'm going to be dead soon. Y'all saw that?
I didn't see that. I rebuked that.
Oh, shit. You ain't got to rebuke that. Yeah, man. This shit documented, man. You come playing around, you slide in the hell face first. Like the Ghost Rider. Skull on fire. Both them. That's what it is, bro. Like, this shit get dangerous.
Well, look, check this out, man. One of the scientists left and just never came back. One lady who was 53 left all her stuff at home. Phone had been factory reset, disappeared. One person even told their friends that they would never commit suicide, and then allegedly did. There was another guy who was supposed to testify about UFOs, and 2 weeks before he was scheduled, he committed suicide.
This is one of the reasons why we seen Elon Musk paying Trump $47 million a month to win the election, because the Democrats, if Kamala would have won, he never would have got the contracts to go to Mars or to the moon. And our government has shelled out all of this reverse engineered tech to private equity and private technology companies. That's why when we seen the company Skywatcher come out, they said that they're having shootouts and skirmishes with companies who have their own private military trying to retrieve certain items. And I mean, I probably shouldn't be saying this shit, but whatever. You feel me? It is what it is at this point. Reverse engineered tech exists. There's a crypto company called Tuttle, and Tuttle says their cryptocurrency is backed by reverse engineered alien technology. Point blank period. You know, we seen Ben Rich, the guy who runs Lockheed Skunk Works, say we already have the technology to take ET home, but it's locked up in black budget projects. We're watching our Congress audit all of these companies to figure out where the money is going. We just seen Tim Burchett say, you know, we convinced the president to release 46 videos and the UFO files. When those files come out, they're going to try to search what they were spending this money on. In order to protect that, you got to kill everybody who was researching the tech.
And a lot of that tech had one ground in what they were filming. It was anti-gravitational.
And what was Epstein looking for? Anti-gravity.
And across the world. So that's 15 in America. And there's also other reports that are going on across the globe in other countries for other scientists that were also researching for anti-gravitational pulls.
Anti-gravity means free point energy or free energy propulsion. That means if this comes out, coal, fossil fuels, oil, gasoline, all are obsolete. Those are $1 trillion industries a year. They don't let that shit happen.
Well, you ready for the twist for this story?
Let's say the twist.
This is the twist. It just came out that scientists in China have been killed or disappeared under special circumstances.
Yeah. I know all about it, man. I've been dealing with this type of stuff for the last few years. So I tell people that, look, man, you know, it's threats against my life. It's the same thing. The same thing I'm talking about, they talking about. So, you know.
But what do you think about the China connection, though?
China has a program where if you violate the law, their social credit system, they have execution vans that pull up, tell you to come out your house, and they execute you on the spot. So when you hear things like this, they're protecting. All right. What did Epstein say he represented? The Trilateral Commission, which is the families of private bankers that control the world and all of the industries that involve energy. We've seen our president remove Maduro from Venezuela to get that oil back and to keep China out of the Western Hemisphere. Then everybody's talking about Iran, but it's all about the Strait of Hormuz, where all of the oil travels through in that region to supply all the different nations. If you're a trillionaire and you got a trillionaire family and it's built off oil, if you got people coming out saying they got free point energy that don't need this, you're going to get rid of all those people. That's all this is about. Controlling and protecting what the black budgets control.
They used to do the same thing with anyone that tried to replace gasoline with hydrogen.
Absolutely.
Anyone that had any technology that was going to be able to replace any fossil fuel vehicles
Absolutely.
or technology, and they were able to use water instead, they ended up missing, and no one cared. A lot of those people ended up being from Africa or African American in America as well, and people didn't report those scientists either.
Everybody watching this, we've seen Skywatcher come out. They're tracking UFOs, getting UFOs to land, using something called the the bird signal, I believe. And in this process, you know, you use psychics, you use certain frequencies to give off like a nuclear signature. And we seen people go on News Nation, say, look, we retrieved the egg-shaped UFO. They showed the video. They showed how they got it to land. All of those people went on the ground now. You got certain entities tying up loose ends.
It's the same thing like Project Camelot.
Exactly.
Where they had people that were from the GATE program that they were trying to see who has any of the abilities of being having telekinesis, being telepathic or clairvoyant, and they're utilizing them to be able to pinpoint or even use project viewing to locate different weapons.
Remote viewing.
Yeah, remote viewing, thank you.
That's right, brother. That's what's going on, man. The truth is indeed stranger than fiction. Question everything.
Yeah.
Now, in our last interview, you kind of mentioned something that we didn't really get a chance to talk to. I think we was, flipping through stuff so fast. But I wanted to ask you about this, man. You mentioned you ran into somebody. So what happened?
Like I said, man, I'm getting a lot of death threats. You know what I'm saying? So when I see the dude Adam saying I'm gonna be dead soon, like people sending me like clips of that. Why is he saying that? You know what I'm saying? You know, we got a location for what they said the guy Epstein was supposed to be. We call that phone number that's registered to him. It rings. One day somebody answered, asked who this was, and hung up. They rigging the game, man. And everybody, we seen Matt Gaetz come out and speak about, this is a senator, said he was debriefed about an alien-human hybrid breeding program. Me, what I do in my field, you know, I've investigated something called missing fetus syndrome. You know, ladies show up pregnant, baby get ready to come to term, they wake up and the fetus is going out their body. Then, you know, you look at the story of Jesus. She was born of the Virgin Mary, suffered under Pontius Pilate, crucified, dead and buried, born again, raised from the dead, all of this type of stuff. You know, I believe it's all connected.
But what's funny is, like, Adam could say that you're going to be dead soon, but if you said that about any other white celebrity in any field, even if there's like a Tucker Carlson, everyone's going to try to send government officials after you for even saying that. But if your last name is Grand Mason, they ain't going to do jack shit to you. Isn't that funny?
Hilarious, you feel me? But just know, you come playing with me, it's going to be that for you. But you had mentioned I ran into somebody. Yes, you know, I ran into the Glow Gang guys, you feel me? And one of them said to me, hey, is your big ass on that? I said, nah, bro, I'm chilling. You feel me? I ain't on that. And niggas able to chop it up and it ended up being peaceful. But I remember a time when it wouldn't have been peaceful, which goes to show that when you far removed from the hot zone, you know, it ain't the same politics, you feel me? Because them guys ain't been in Chicago in a long time. But because of who I am and my affiliations, you know, it's been wars going on. So when they see me, they thinking I'm finna be tripping. But man, I'm not tripping, man. You feel me? Like, I've outgrown those things. Like, that's my old life. You know, I try to stay on a positive path. But at the end of the day, we've all did things in the world that, you know, get back don't have no date. It's just good to see that people recognize my growth, I recognize theirs. But it was definitely a tense moment, you feel me? It is just crazy because, you know, when I went to Africa, most of my homies went to jail. Because, you know, there's not leadership structure going on. People got to start doing their own things. It get ugly. So at that situation, I was by myself, just me and my assistant. And she don't have no idea what's going on. But shout out to them though. Phone them.
A lot of people think that this is just the grass is green on the other side situation where they see people on camera and they're like, I want to be them. They have this jealousy, but they don't understand the death threats that come with it. They don't understand the people that will run up on you in a gas station. They don't understand people that are trying to find out where your family's at, where they work at, and they harass them and they hunt them down every single day. And there's multiple death threats that we have, and people have tried to say, hey, we need to try to reach out to who?
Right, who do you talk to? Because you got government scientists getting killed. Who do they call? I'm calling the Gulas, phone them, and myself on the guys. It is what it is. In order to combat evil, a man must be able to enact evil. History is written by the best group of killers, man. Point blank, the only way to change history is through violence.
Okay, so look, you guys want to see the video of them, this shooter, I guess, I don't know if he was attempting to get in there and kill Trump, but...
They're showing the road, I can't see it. MK Ultra.
They handled that a lot more aggressive than they handled the shooter that actually did shoot him in the ear.
Because when you have those levels of operations, like local PDs don't work with Secret Service or FBI. All of these groups beef with each other, which is the weirdest shit ever.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So
you believe it? You believe that the ear shooting was real? Or you think that was staged?
He had 22 bullets. That's consistent with a 22 bullet.
You think he really just got shot by the ear, though? You don't think he dropped down and used a razor blade? You don't think that was a faked operation just to be able to help him win the election?
He was winning this election, man. He won by a landslide.
The part that's suspicious to me is the fact that after Charlie Kirk went through his assassination.
Charlie Kirk assassination was something like I've never seen before. I've shot people. I've been shot. Never have I seen somebody get shot like that and their shirt move like that. I never seen that. Like, never have I seen somebody get shot like that and on the entry room, the blood shoots out like that. Like,
so why wasn't Trump bringing up his assassination attempt in that to say he relates? He never brought it up one time to try to say that he understands because he was just shot at less than 2 years ago.
I can't say this on camera. So like,
my bad.
I can't say this on camera. On the gas, I can't.
My bad.
I can't. I would like to, but I got so much shit going on. I got broken ribs right now. Like, I can't really like defend myself how I normally would. So I got to use like lethal force instantly. I ain't trying to be doing it. I told my mom at a certain age, it wouldn't be no more killings and shit like that. But MK Ultra is real. People need to look that up. They can use direct energy and set you off. They can hijack your consciousness and set you off on a path. Sending people on suicide missions. This universe is built on sound, light, and frequency. The right frequency, the right sound, they can make things happen to you.
Man, what do you think it is that keeps making people come after Trump like that? Is this the third or fourth time?
There was two that happened.
There was two happening, and there was one over here in Palm Springs that wasn't really that big because they caught the guy with the guns. Yeah. So this is like the fourth time.
Right, because his security is not special forces, it's not Army Rangers, it's Secret Service. Most Secret Service are former police officers.
Yeah, but I mean, these are going to be the best trained guys. That's why people keep failing. I mean, this is,
when they, at the first assassination attempt when they got shot in the ear, that was all rookie staff.
Yeah, they fucked up on that one.
But
I mean,
second term.
They did the same shit with Kennedy.
They still killed the dude immediately.
Yeah.
Who killed him though?
The Secret Service.
Local police did. The local police snipers did.
I think that was the Secret Service up there, right? On top of the building?
That wasn't the snipers, was the local SWAT snipers, not Secret Service. This is facts.
So why does this keep happening to Trump?
Trump is going against the establishment, the deep state Democrats. We finna see Obama get arrested. You don't think so?
No.
What did he tweet yesterday? Did y'all see the tweet yesterday? Y'all didn't see the indictment getting ready to come down from the FBI?
On what charges?
Tampering with the election.
But what would Obama tamper with the elections for?
FBI came out and said that they have proof that they was monitoring Trump, surveilling him, and that they was rigging the election. These is facts. You can Google this. You can fact check this.
Okay, but there's no repercussions over Russia's involvement with the tampering in the elections, allegedly?
You can't prosecute Vladimir Putin from here. But who was the Russians working with? The Democrats.
I don't know.
Look
bro.
it up.
I'm not denying anything you said. Obama getting arrested. Bro.
We saw Trump get arrested.
And he got back out in 45 minutes.
Man, if Obama gets arrested, bro, the thing is, regardless of what he did or didn't do, man, he's so loved.
Not by the Republicans.
It would just be a chaotic.
We just seen the Democrats
country
get exposed for doing what? Funding the KKK. Y'all ain't see that?
I seen them being accused of that. The Southern Poverty Law Center, right? I believe that's what it's called.
Yeah. Well, the Ku Klux Klan was the blueprint for the police department because it started as capturing slaves.
Which party was responsible for the civil rights movement legislation? Democrats or Republicans?
Democrats.
Republicans.
No, Democrats.
No.
In what format? Because they're the ones that funded behind John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy had the funding to help get Martin Luther King Jr. out of prison. And that's how they were able to back up the civil rights movement.
And as soon as Martin Luther King set up protests and boycotts for certain companies, he died. That's what got him killed.
Hold on.
But the Democrats had already won. So what would be the motive for that?
So you saying, so who just got caught funding the KKK now?
The Democrats. And that was after slavery.
Okay, let me read. I'm going to read from AI. The civil rights movement was led by a bipartisan coalition, though it was ultimately passed under the Democratic administration of Lyndon B. Johnson with critical support from Northern Republicans, while Southern Democrats fought against civil rights. Democratic leaders Kennedy, Johnson, and liberal Republicans pushed through the landmark 1964 legislation.
So the civil rights movement really got pushed right after Emmett Till died.
See, I said the legislation.
Yes, but I'm saying
I believe there was more Republicans that voted for it
100%,
than Democrats
100%.
in Congress.
But Congress wasn't the ones that made the push. It was the people. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. did this after Emmett Till died.
But Congress has to pass the votes for it to go through to the House so it can get signed on the federal level.
For which
the president. The president has to sign it last, right?
Right, which is still a Democratic president because you said Lyndon B. Johnson.
Right.
But the House votes was majority Republican over the Democrats. This is facts.
And how did they follow up with that? What have they done for the black community since?
Republicans believe in self-reliance.
Man, I'm going to say it like this, bro. Ain't no party did anything for the black community, bro.
No, but the Democrats...
My opinion, anyway, I feel like...
claim they do, but they don't.
I feel like black people have been getting screwed by both parties.
We should all... That's why Ali Zoe came to meet with me, because he have the Black Republican Party book out, and they want me to be the face on the book, and they going to get my face tattoos removed, and they want me to run on behalf of the Black Republican Party.
So I want to ask you...
That's the whole reason he came out here.
So what would be the difference between them doing that with you and the Democrats doing that with Barack Obama?
Well, Barack Obama has an alias called Barry Soetoro that former FBI agents who brought this up ran out the building. The man was born in Kenya. How could you be born in Kenya and be the president here?
He was born in Hawaii.
Who you talking about? Oh, you talking about Obama?
Yeah, Barack Obama.
His family is from Kenya.
Yeah, his family from Kenya. His brother, I think, is from Kenya. But I believe he was born in Hawaii, though. That's that whole birther thing.
And that's where they found the birth certificate, because Trump kept pushing for that.
Trump was mainly pushing for that, yes.
We got our answers from it, so we already know exactly where he's from.
I'm saying, though, you saying they can't finesse this information? They finessed the moon landing, man. They can finesse that information.
Fact. So they're trying to do the moon landing again. I mean, the moon trip again. We just circled around with Artemis 2. It's just another distraction. Whenever the government needs a distraction, they tell us to look to the skies.
Yeah, because, the Epstein files, they was killing and eating babies, and they swept it under the rug. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. But I'm standing on business, though, and I don't fear nothing. I walk in the light. I'm protected by the forces. So it is what it is, man. We got to keep standing on C, as my boy C-Mac would say.
Cameron,
my boy Keller,
said he didn't want to interview Kanye West because Kanye did a little extra something with his cousin, his older cousin.
So while I'm outside toting guns as a young guy, Kanye in the crib giving blowjobs to his cousin. At the end of the day, bro, a lot of guys don't want to accept, but they've been in homosexual relationships. And we have a woke victimhood mentality in this country where people decide to just say, oh, I was a victim, instead of, no, you was a zesty goofy. Point blank, period. And that's just it, that's all, bro. That's all, bro. If you 17, sitting between a man's legs, well, that's not abuse, that's a relationship. And we know this, as men. By the time every man in this room was 15, 16, we calling our own shots, man. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Pops at work, mama doing her thing, somebody done got both parents. At 15, 16, everybody in here was doing a certain shit. So if you sit down between the man's legs, giving them the glory hole, y'all was together, man. And that's why you laughing, because you know it's the truth. Well, I seen him making out with Missy Elliot before, when she was chunky.
Who?
Kanye.
What? You seen Kanye and Missy?
You don't remember when they was commenting on the page saying, oh yeah, CC was Kanye's driver? You don't remember that?
I remember that.
I'm gonna leave it at that, man. People be trying to say I be lying, but look how much truth I've told. Only one motherfucker came and say I was lying, and I've been on his ass and everybody else's ass the whole time. People have to wake up to the facts, bro. Look how much truth I have said. Who have come out to prove me wrong about anything? They can't. It be road debating with me. The truth is stranger than fiction, man.
I ask questions because if something don't add up, I just want to know why it doesn't add up.
Absolutely. And
Kanye kissing Missy Elliot adds up. I don't know. That add up.
Look, man. Live in your truth. A zest monster is somebody who's oppressing people with their transformer activities. Live in your truth. Everybody should be able to love whoever they want to love. But if you victimize somebody in that process, that's where the problem entails. This dude come out saying he was giving his cousin top for how long? Dude, y'all was together. Y'all eating ice cream, eating chicken, watching movies. Hey, you ready for some top? It's good now. It's cracking now.
Oh, man.
The zest apocalypse is among us. Guard your cakes. Watch the women and kids. Fight evil. Free do-God. Phone now.
Why would Kanye even put that out there? Why would he even say that?
I told you. When a man sacrifices his manhood, he eats him up forever.
I don't know about that. I think that it was a strategic pull for him to be able to get out of all of his deals.
He dissed
Not
the
that
Jews.
part. But
got him out of all his deals.
He got out of all of his deals.
You ain't got to tell
so
nobody you a
ownership.
head monster. You ain't got to tell nobody you a top gobbler.
Yeah, I don't think he had to, but I think that it got him out of all the contracts that he had.
That man got
and
kids.
once he was finally free.
Kids. And he still said this.
I think what Boosie posted was the most savage shit when he showed the video and he said, who's the kids gonna learn to give head from? From you or their mama?
No, Boosie said that?
Hello.
That's the most savage shit I've seen Boosie say.
Why would a man come out and say that shit is a lie? We gotta find this cousin.
No, we don't.
That's what we gotta find. We gonna get the cousin and Fleece Johnson in here.
The same interview.
Me, C-Mac, and four extras will watch security for Cam because they might get so zesty, they might just try to attack Cam. Hey, Cam, we got your back, brother.
Appreciate it.
My boy Roll. Shout out Cat Capone News, your boy Big Homie.cc. I'm with the OTG Road to Rodini.
Yes, sir. Big Gordini here.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.